What is up, YouTube? It has been some time that I have been speaking to the camera, and yeah, today I am doing arms and shoulders as usual. Let's see how that goes. Now, considering the last reps of the set, I think I might have I was capable of doing another 2 or 3 reps. I felt like that. Next we have arms. Let's move on to that.
In applying this rule to modern life, it's essential to practice self-compassion and forgiveness. Reflect on past actions and decisions not with a sense of regret, but as opportunities for learning and growth. Ask yourself what each experience taught you, how it shaped your character, and how it can inform your future decisions. Moreover, this philosophy encourages a proactive approach to life. It's about making decisions with conviction, doing your best with the present knowledge and resources, and then accepting the outcomes, knowing that they will contribute to your growth and understanding. As you consider this rule, think about areas in your life where regret may be holding you back. How can you reframe these past experiences as valuable lessons? How can you use this understanding to empower your future choices? Remember, in Musashi's teachings, the past is not a shadow to be escaped, but a teacher to be embraced, guiding us towards a more enlightened and purposeful path forward. Miyamoto Musashi's seventh rule, never be jealous, is a profound call to cultivate a sense of contentment and self-assurance, essential for anyone seeking a disciplined and powerful life. Jealousy, often rooted in comparison and a sense of inadequacy, can be a significant barrier to personal growth and happiness. Musashi understood the corrosive nature of envy and advocated for a mindset that rises above such emotions. In delving into this concept, it's important to recognize that jealousy often stems from focusing excessively on others' successes or possessions, leading to feelings of resentment and inadequacy. Musashi's philosophy suggests a redirection of focus from external comparisons to internal development. By concentrating on our journey and progress, we can cultivate a sense of fulfillment and self-confidence that renders jealousy irrelevant. To overcome envy, one can start by practicing gratitude, recognizing the value of one's unique path and achievements. Acknowledge the accomplishments of others without seeing them as a benchmark for your self-worth. Musashi's teachings encourage finding inspiration in others' successes rather than viewing them as a threat to our self-esteem. Another key aspect is to actively engage in personal growth and self-improvement. Set personal goals and work steadily towards them. Celebrate your progress and milestones, no matter how small they may seem compared to others. Remember, Musashi's path of the warrior was as much about personal mastery as it was about combat skills. Additionally, fostering a mindset of abundance can be incredibly helpful. Instead of viewing success and happiness as finite resources that are diminished when others achieve them, see them as abundant. There's enough success and joy for everyone, and someone else's achievements do not limit achievements. How can you cultivate gratitude and a sense of abundance? Remember, in the philosophy of Musashi, the path to a disciplined and powerful life is paved with self-assurance and contentment, not with envy and comparison. Miyamoto Musashi's eighth rule, never let yourself be saddened by a separation, addresses the inevitable experience of loss and change in life. This rule is not about suppressing emotions or denying grief. Rather, it's about embracing the transient nature of life and finding strength and resilience in the face of separation or loss. Musashi, who lived a life marked by constant change and numerous farewells, understood the pain that comes with separation. However, his philosophy teaches us to view these moments not as endings, but as part of the natural flow of life. In his eyes, accepting the impermanence of relationships, achievements, and even life itself is crucial to maintaining inner peace and strength. To cope with loss and change, it's important to allow yourself to grieve and acknowledge your emotions. Musashi's teachings do not advocate for emotional suppression, but rather for a mindful and accepting approach to these feelings. Recognize that sadness and grief are natural responses, but also that they are transient emotions, not permanent states. One practical way to deal with separation is to focus on the present and engage in activities that bring a sense of peace and fulfillment. Whether it's through meditation, physical activity, creative pursuits, or spending time in nature, find ways to ground yourself in the present moment. Another aspect of Musashi's philosophy is the importance of continual growth and learning. Use the experience of separation as an opportunity for self-reflection and personal development. What lessons can be learned? How can this experience contribute to your